In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Now we're getting it.
Now we're getting it.
Now we're figuring it out.
Getting the flow of this.
Now we're getting it. We're getting it down. It's been a few days. So
It has been since we podcasted, yeah.
So,
it's kind of weird getting back into it.
We're getting back into it. We'll figure it out one way or another. Well, Mason,
Yes.
I feel like I've done this before.
Yeah, we have done this before, definitely.
I feel like I've been here before, having a little bit of deja vu. What are we doing? This is the Have You Seen It
Podcast.
Is that? Am I correct? at
You
saying-
are correct. This is still the Have
Correct
You
me
Seen
if
It
I'm
podcast.
wrong.
Nope.
Okay, we haven't changed.
It's good.
But this isn't just any old episode. What are we doing this?
No, this is our movie news edition.
Yes, sir. And oh man, oh buddy,
Oh.
oh boy, do we got controversy.
Oh, yes.
We got
always
drama.
a controversy
We got
brewing.
drama.
Always
we got
in Hollywood.
diseases breaking out in theme parks. It's the end times, my friend.
It's pretty
is
scary
the
stuff.
End times. We have African American mermaids.
Right.
If this isn't Revelations,
Of
I don't know what is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what is.
People are losing it.
Yeah, but it's been quite a week. It's been a while since we've done a movie news.
It has been.
I mean, you can't sleep on old Hollywood
No, you
because it's
cannot.
gonna do some batshit crazy.
It will.
Like, once you turn your back on it, it's gonna do something crazy. What's the biggest news stories of this week or the last couple of weeks? Because we haven't done this in a while.
Well, you got to say, we got to say the whole Ariel controversy.
Yeah.
That's coming to light that the main tweet was sent as a troll account, but that's not to say that there aren't people who are actually upset about this.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
whole
it might have
controversy-
started, but fuck it, man. I think most news starts as a troll tweet these days.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Seriously.
so, yeah. So, I mean, how? But yeah. So, what is the news? Tell
Well,
us.
the news is not Halle Berry, but Hale Berry, right?
Yeah, and let's just talk about that because that threw me off when I first read that headline.
Oh, you thought it was actually Halle Berry.
How could you not?
I know, right?
You read-
Yeah.
I
'Cause
mean,
it
it's
actually
so
reads
simple.
like
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
It
too.
does. It reads exactly like. So I'm thinking, man, they're going real crazy with it. One, they're making her black. Two, Halle Berry. She's an older mermaid.
Right.
Although
Right,
she looks
yeah,
great.
she
Let's
looks
be honest,
great, yeah,
she's
yeah,
no
she
Ariel,
does.
I think.
No.
But yeah, so it's Hal. How do you say her name?
I think it's Halle Berry.
Hal Berry. Yeah, and she is a young African American. Is she an actress? She's been in other things. I don't know much about her.
I think she's actually Broadway.
Ooh, she's a singer too. She does it all. But she is starring as Ariel in the Disney remake.
Yeah, it's Halle Bailey. That's what it is. Halle
So
Bailey.
that's confusing.
Yeah, it's extremely
That is
confusing.
that's
Yeah.
extremely confusing. Oh, there it is too. Man, just hearing those old songs.
Those old songs, they
Get
bring
me
back so many memories.
But yeah, people are fired up about this. At least some people are angry. We know that. There is a group of people out here that because it did definitely make news that people were upset about it.
Oh,
Some
for
people
sure.
claiming that there can't be black mermaids because
Right.
it's just
Even though mermaids are a fictional character,
yeah.
that's like saying aliens can't be blue. What? Well,
Yeah.
aliens don't exist. What? It's a fictional thing in Star Wars, so why can't they be blue?
Or fucking Bigfoot can't be blonde hair.
Blonde-
Can't be
yeah,
a big
yeah.
blonde beautiful.
Why not?
Yeah, so people are definitely upset that and they're saying that it's not right. But I think it really just I guarantee the majority of people are not huge Little Mermaid fans. I'm guessing
Yeah,
they're more
exactly.
I'm guessing they're more just big racist fans
I see.
of
Yeah,
that.
big Nazi
And they saw
fans,
and they
yeah.
saw that maybe this was we can pick a fight with this because it's I'm gonna guess 90%
here-
of the Ku Klux
Yeah.
Klan aren't huge Ariel Little Mermaid fans. Can we say that? Can we all agree there?
Right. And I would say the vast majority of people, and this is the one frustrating thing in our society, is it's like, yes, obviously we want to combat racism and all that stuff, and it's terrible. But we have to look at it and go, 99% of Disney fans, whatever, 99.9, they're not racist people. They don't care that Ariel's black. But for the people who do, like we can't make it a huge deal the way that we do because it's such a small minority of people on the internet. And Twitter is not a real place. We've known this for years that there are so many Twitter trolls, so many Twitter bots that you can't look at that and go, "Oh, this is how society thinks." Because it's just not the case at all. That's complete bullshit. Society does not think this way. It's just troll bots.
I more want to know about who's playing Sebastian that crab.
Yeah,
I
there have been reports.
I want to know.
of-
I heard there. Yeah, I've heard.
the old Gordon Ramsay is gonna play him.
I know. I heard Gordon Ramsay might play the chef, not the crab.
Oh, the crab. You
That'd
mean?
be very.
You mean
Sebastian.
Sebastian?
That'd be very odd if Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, if he played the
Sebastian was like a
Sebastian.
Jamaican crab.
Yeah. Yeah, who are they gonna play for that?
I don't know. That's a pivotal role, though.
It is.
I mean, that is a huge role. I wonder who's gonna play King. Is it King Neptune? Is that who he was?
King
in
Neptune. Yeah.
Who's gonna play that? That's gotta be. Who do you think can play him? Someone big, but you know he's gotta be old, but he's also gotta be buff.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know, Neptune, he always had his shirt off. He was always fucking jacked. King of the Sea.
Yeah, you got to be jacked.
Who can play him? Who's old enough to play him, but still good enough shape?
I don't know. Samuel E. Wright was the one who voiced Sebastian originally. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That was a long time ago, though.
it was. But he's still alive. He was born in 46, but he's still alive.
Yeah. Well, why the hell? I guess you could just get him to come back, right?
Mhm.
I mean, just like they got was it Mufasa?
Right.
Yeah, they got James Earl Jones.
James
for
Earl
Mufasa
Jones
to
back.
come back.
Yep.
So why not just get? I mean, he's not gonna be actually playing. They're not gonna He's not gonna be
Yeah,
a
he's not
live
gonna be-
action.
He's not going to be in a crab suit, acting. It'd be like,
It's gonna be
clap, clap.
CGI.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
hope.
The whole thing. Yeah, and a crab's a small animal. You can't play that as a human. So.
Oh, hey, man. These tricks, the tricks they have in Hollywood these days. What do you got?
And he also voiced Sebastian in 2008 for a video, for the Ariel's Beginning video.
Oh, see, he's ready to work.
That was the last thing he did though. He quit working in 2008.
Well, how old is he? 80 something?
He was born in 46, so that would be what, 73? No,
Yeah.
83.
Yeah.
No,
that's-
73. I'm right.
Yeah,
73.
I'm not gonna do the math.
That's
but I'm gonna
okay,
agree with you that
73.
you think you know what you're talking about. Samuel E. Wright, but a lot of other people have voiced him also. Oh, I can't even get a picture of this guy. He's done pretty much just.
That's him.
Oh, nice. Is he really Jamaican?
I don't know. I don't think
American
so.
actor? No, it doesn't say so.
He's from South Carolina.
Well, yeah, just the fact that we have to even fucking talk about this is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I mean,
It
it's
is.
so
It's
insane.
Stupid,
It's
man.
so
It's so
insane.
stupid.
For even one person to be mad, I mean, it is a mermaid. A mermaid. They're not. They don't. They're not real.
I hate to
believe in a
burst your
lot of
bubble,
things. I believe in
but-
a lot of things, but I mean, they're not. They're just not real, and I mean, it doesn't matter what they can be purple for all I fucking care because they're mermaids and they.
Well, and even pirates thousands of years ago had a hard time. I mean, they believed in all these sea monsters, but even even mermaids, they're like, bitch,
No one
really?
was-
really.
Was anyone really that mad that Jason Momoa was cast to play Aquaman when Aquaman has
There was no
almost
outrage.
always been
Then
white?
a white, yeah,
Man.
Nope.
So why
no one
was
cared about
it?
it?
I know why did no one care about that? Because he's not a white man. He's not the regular fucking Aquaman. Aquaman has always been I think he's been blonde.
Yeah, he is
He's
blonde.
been
Yeah,
very
even in SpongeBob he was. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't. I think it's a manufactured crisis. I really don't think it's as big a deal as what everyone is making of it.
Either way, it's press for Disney,
Mhm.
and it gets their name out, and now everyone's talking about the
And-
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And how
it's-
many more people are going to go support this movie now because there is a crisis and there are racist people? So this movie's going to do just fine at the box office.
It was going
'Cause
to
people are
do
gonna- yeah,
fine anyways.
People are gonna. Well, I'm just saying.
That's
like,
one
people
movie-
are gonna go out and
yeah.
support it more now, just to combat the whole racist side of it. That's just what we do.
I still gotta see. I gotta see a trailer for it before I start making my opinions on how it hasn't even started filming yet. Right?
No, it
they
hasn't,
literally
no.
just cast her.
Well,
It's
the
gotta be
next
4
slated
years out.
film is March 2021. That's the next film slated live action for Disney.
What is it?
We don't know. That's the thing. So they're
Oh,
thinking that
oh.
it's going to be in that slot.
I'm thinking, how much time is that to film and?
Underwater and all that shit. God, dude.
Well, it's gonna be all CGI for sure.
Well, yeah,
they're
but I
not-
mean, like CGI water.
Yeah, it's
all
gonna be
that.
a lot of
Yeah.
CGI for sure. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a pretty quick. Well, what other movie news you got for me, Mason?
Here's a quick little one. I got a bunch of quick ones today. The new Predator wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger to cameo with a Terminator quote.
I saw, and he said, "Fuck that."
Yeah,
Good.
said not happening.
See, that's impressive to me when someone like Arnold, because I think 90% of the people would be like, "Oh, you're gonna give me $1 million to make this fucking tiny ass quote," but he's Arnold, and at this point, he can do whatever the hell he wants. So
He
I'm
can.
glad he's not just doing anything just for the sake of, because he knows people love that character, and that Predator was sucked as well.
Yeah, it was
So-
terrible.
So maybe he read the whole script and he was
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
"Yeah,
yeah, I'm good. Even with the paycheck, even what you guys are giving me.
yeah." And how
It's not gonna
stupid!
work.
I hate when people bring other lines of other movies into
Into a
'cause that's
different
like,
movie.
what's the universe here? Is the Terminator? Is he an actor in this movie? I don't understand why would he even say something like that. He's not, unless he's actually playing the Terminator in
Yeah, of
Predator.
course. Which would be an odd crossover.
But something I wouldn't mind seeing.
Okay.
Well, we gotta talk about this. Someone that passed away this week, so it's not real happy news,
No.
unfortunately. But actor Rip Torn has died at 88.
Yeah, and he was famously played in Dodgeball, a true underdog
Patches
story.
O'Houlihan.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Probably my favorite character he's ever played.
God, that role was so funny.
But from
man.
my childhood, I probably know him most from Men in Black.
Yes.
Of course,
Yeah.
you got it. But
Well,
he was in a
Well,
ton
he's
of
the
it.
head of Men in Black.
He played Zeus, the voice of Zeus in Hercules, the Disney movie.
Yep.
Did a great fucking job. But yeah, he was in a ton of stuff. Men in Black 2, not so good, unfortunately.
You know what's funny is I thought Rip Torn died a long time ago. I thought he died like 6 years ago, but it was the other guy from Dodgeball that actually died.
What other guy?
Um,
He's also in RoboCop 3, which is big.
I never saw that. Not gonna lie, I never saw RoboCop 3.
Well, you're missing out, my guy. You
Yeah.
are missing out because Rip Torn is in it. But yeah, 88 years old. You know what year he was born in?
What's that?
And I can tell your math was wrong with that. He was born in 1931. So
no,
he's
my math
88.
was right because he was born 46. That's 15 years, so that was 73.
Well, you said 80 something at first.
And then I was
Yeah,
like,
okay.
no, it's 73.
Yeah, so he's a little. So Rip Torn 88. That's crazy.
Yeah, he lived a long and full life at least.
He did, and he had a ton of fucking roles as well. And he lived a crazy life. In like 2006 or something, he got caught breaking into a bank with a loaded gun.
That's so
He
weird.
was drunk, and normally you would just go to prison for a very long time.
How much time did he get for that?
Nothing. He got nothing.
Are you serious?
He's an old man.
Man.
Yeah, and he's rich and famous, so you don't get. I know that's a federal crime.
Yeah, it is.
Just
It's actually a
trespass.
big deal. Like
Yeah.
that, you can get 10 to 15 years bringing an armed gun into a bank.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Or just
sir.
bringing a gun. It doesn't even have to be armed.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what happened on January 29th, 2010. That's so not that long ago. Torn was arrested after breaking into Litchfield Bancorp branch office, which is a bank, where he maintained a residence. He was charged with carrying a firearm without a permit. So not only did he break into a bank, he was carrying a firearm without a permit. Another fucking federal offense. And while intoxicated, first-degree burglary, second-degree criminal trespassing, and third-degree criminal mischief. The Connecticut State Police said Torn broke into the bank thinking it was his home. So maybe he was. But why the fuck are you carrying a gun?
Right.
Breaking into
yeah,
your
that's
home.
strange.
I gotta get in my house.
Yeah.
You gotta carry a fucking.
But at the same time, you got to look at that circumstance and go, okay, well, there's no way in hell he's breaking into a bank because he doesn't have money.
No.
Rip Torn. He's got plenty of money.
But
he had
he's-
almost 200 acting credits.
Yeah, but he
his
was
life.
drunk, so I mean, it could be a thing where like maybe he's just fucking bored,
Mhm.
and he's an old man, and that's what I'm gonna do, man. If I'm rich and I make it to that old age,
You got to break the law. You got to
Do what the hell you
something.
want.
Yeah, just have a little fun. Have a little drama in your
I mean,
life.
his bail said $100,000. You think he didn't have that? He paid that off in a fucking night. He
Easy,
spent one night in jail, went right home. As a condition of his release, Torn had to be evaluated for substance abuse. Well, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. No
That
more
is a little
drinking
more
for you,
sad
pal.
part of the
Yeah.
story, but yeah, he was denied special. But isn't that crazy? So he was 79 when he got arrested.
That's wild. That's so wild.
I say let him, man. If you're that age,
Well, and he worked a lot the next 2 years after that, too. He did. He had 4 credits in the
yeah,
last.
I think he was working during when this was happening.
Yeah, he was working on Men in Black 3 too in 2012.
Yeah, and I did not. Yeah, it would be more like if he had like maybe Alzheimer's or something. Then you could read. But I really think he was just fucking around.
Oh, he probably
Loaded
was.
gun. He
Yeah.
was drunk. He was just having a good time for sure.
Crazy.
He's from Texas too.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, so you know how they like to have fun down there.
Oh yeah, they love it. Those Texans love their guns.
They do. Well, okay. Bounce me off. Give me something, Mason. What else we got?
So we are with the Fox and Disney merger, obviously with Disney making a deal, killed off one of the streaming services already. And the streaming service it killed off was the Fox Television's FX Plus. It ran for about $5.99 a month, had over 1,400 episodes of FX content like Atlanta and Damages and other shows completely ad-free. But it's gone. It'll be gone now as of Wednesday, August 21st.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think? You think
Well, of
you
course.
think Disney's gonna want anything fucking competing with their streaming services, Hulu, and then they're doing
Disney Plus,
yeah,
November
Disney Plus,
12th.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is obvious. But it's kind of scary because I just read an article, I can't find it now, but people were talking about how Disney's buying up everything, and
Mhm.
they keep saying how they're not going to force anyone to change and everything, but they're already forcing. They're forcing Fox. They're forcing everyone
Of
to
course
change
they are.
already. So it is getting kind of weird, though. I mean, there's not that many big movie companies left that aren't owned by Disney.
It's a weird time. It's a very weird time.
But hopefully this just spawns like, I don't know, like some kind of rebellion where we get 50 independent new like indie movie companies or something like that, and we just get
Like
shit done.
A24.
Yeah, something to combat what's happening with Disney and stuff like that. Hopefully that's what we get out of it. And then Disney, soon enough, those companies will become big enough, and then Disney will buy them out.
Right.
Then we'll have to get another group.
another
Yeah,
indie.
Yeah, and then they'll
label.
buy them out, and it'll be on this nonstop until eventually Disney owns everything, and they're controlling everyone because they're giant. They're putting little chips in our brains and making us watch their movies all the time.
But to bring up more news on this topic, FX Plus will just now be moved to Hulu, which, as we know, Disney owns majority of Hulu now. As we were talking about,
I bet it will
earlier.
be a thing we'll like pay $5 extra for it, like they do Showtime and stuff.
Oh no, I hope not.
I bet it will be, man. It's Disney. For sure, it's gotta be. That would be cool if it was just fucking added on because we have Hulu.
Yeah, it says that the further bolsters the library of Hulu. So it seems like all those shows are just going to be added straight to Hulu.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
Because they do Hulu does do like just TV, network television. They have shows that are uploaded right away. Speaking of that, are you caught up on Handmaid's Tale?
I'm one episode back.
I'm like 2 episodes.
Oh,
back, and
really?
it's killing me. I want to watch it
Oh,
tonight
my
so
God.
bad because I'm like, man, I'm missing out. I'm only
Yeah.
on episode 5.
June's going crazy.
Really?
Oh man.
Because I haven't got it yet. I was at the. Well, we can't talk about it here. I don't want to spoil it here, but yeah, I think I'm on episode 5 now.
It's what we've always wanted, man. It's what
I
we've
love that
always
show.
wanted out of our gal June. I know she's trying to fucking step up. Yeah. Oh, I'm watching it. This is big news. This is probably the biggest news for me personally. Mortal Kombat movie is rated R and features fatalities.
Well, that's how the video games are nowadays. Have you played the video games? They're gruesome.
Every Mortal Kombat from the very beginning was gruesome. That's why they're so famous, because how fucking brutal they were. Yeah. But there's never been a rated R Mortal Kombat movie.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
wild.
always been, and there's never been fatalities, and fatalities are a
That doesn't
huge
even make any
part.
sense.
I know,
yeah, that's a huge part
well,
of
because
the game.
fatalities are always so brutal that you could have never shown a movie. But yeah, it's officially rated R, and it's gonna feature fatalities. Thank fucking God.
Do we know when it's coming out?
Starting pre-production in Australia, I think sometime this month.
Oh, geez. So this ain't gonna come out until like 2021.
No, I mean they haven't started filming yet, but they have cast some people for it, and they're just now. I think they're looking for locations and stuff.
Anyone interesting?
No, I just saw one guy from The Raid, which is a foreign movie that's in action. That he's gonna play Sub-Zero, but he's a really good like fighter. Which that's all I care about, as long as it's really good fucking fight scenes and fight choreography and stuff like that. That's what it's got to be. They'll probably get a few big names. I'm sure The Rock will be in this somehow.
And speaking of The Rock, that's hilarious.
So he
'cause I
doesn't
haven't-
do rated R movies though, does
No.
he?
Well, yeah, he does. He did like Walking Tall. And
Yeah,
shit.
I don't
well,
think
no,
he does
that
them
was
anymore.
PG-13,
And I don't think he
never
does.
mind.
I think if he ever did a rated R, I don't think he does them anymore.
I don't think anyone would hire him anymore. He couldn't play Moana in Disney.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I don't. I mean, if we get a Moana 2,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. He
We
doesn't
got-
really do too many Disney movies these days.
no, it is a lot of family movies. What were you gonna tell me about The Rock?
Well, he saved the day
I
with
saw.
his. Oh, you did the electrical sparks during the Hobbs and Shaw premiere.
Man, I would think that was part of the fucking show. Like,
I know,
this is
right?
action.
When
Like,
people were
we're
running
just-
out of the doors. They were all like, "Oh, fire!" They're all terrified.
I know. Of course, The Rock being the guy he is. What is he? What did he end up doing?
Wow, he just got on the stage and calmed everyone down.
Of course,
explained
yeah.
the situation with his humor. Like, man, that guy could talk you off of a.
Oh, you don't want anyone talking. I mean, if there's like a nuclear war like on the brink or something, and just like Russia, North Korea,
Right.
and they're all just
We want the Rock to
Rock.
moderate
We
it.
just sit, where we just sit him up at a podium, and he just kind of
Right.
calms everything down, tells us
Yeah.
what's gonna happen,
Pretty much.
tells us how we're gonna live our lives from now on, and yeah, and I saw a little piece of it, but man, he is calming.
He was teasing, and I know it could have been, slightly a troll, but after Trump won in 2016, he was campaigning kind of a little bit that maybe one day he would run for president. Do you ever think that day will come, like 2034?
Why would he want to do that?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know why you'd ever want that job to begin with.
Well, I can see if
You
you're.
will
I can
always
see,
be the most hated man in America.
I can see if
you are. The
I can see if
president.
you're a politician, that being your ultimate goal. But for The Rock, I mean, he loves being loved.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it would
that's very
be
true.
very
And a lot
odd.
of people don't
and,
love you.
and people love loving The Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot. I mean, you could say half of the people, no matter what, are going to end up hating you.
Yes.
I mean,
Easily, half
he's
the
either going to
country,
run as
yes.
a Democrat or a Republican,
Yep.
so one half is going to end up hating him no matter what. Or maybe he runs as an independent. He just joins us all together for the first time in harmony. We're just
The Rock
beautiful.
is the political party.
Can you imagine President Rock?
President Rock. Man, that would be wild. That'd be so
I
crazy.
could not. You imagine just fucking putting your hand over your heart and pledging allegiance to the fucking Rock?
I pledge allegiance to the Rock of the United States of America.
Oh,
All right. Well, should we talk about this depressing ass news? And I kind of have two articles on it.
yes.
The
please, I
Lion
love
King
depressing
is in
news.
danger of being certified rotten. Not certified fresh, everyone, but certified rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's currently sitting at a 59% with 126 votes, 126 reviews counted.
Hey man, I told you I didn't want to see it, and now that it's getting bad reviews, it makes me seem 100% right. If it got great reviews, I mean, it would make me look like an idiot.
Yeah.
But it's
But you were on the right
luckily
track.
enough for this one, it got pretty bad reviews.
Well, in the second question, which is based on the second article, will this still hit $1 billion like projected?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see other. I mean, it really seems like America is, or the United States is really the only one really affected when bad reviews come out. For big movies, it seems like no matter what,
Overseas,
people overseas
yeah.
are going to see it.
They
no
don't
matter
give a
what.
shit about what Rotten
But
Tomatoes
I
has
didn't
to
see
say.
what the reviews were. Was it? I wonder. Was it because it was too like the old one, or maybe it's too different like the old one? I haven't seen any of the what the reason
I don't
was
really
at
wanna
all.
read it. I just want to go see
Yeah.
it myself.
Yeah, I haven't seen it all.
So-
But yeah, getting bad reviews, crazy. You think it's gonna stop Disney from cashing in on every reboot and remake?
Hopefully they slow it down a little bit. I think it's going a little too fast. I mean, how many movies have we had remade in the
Yeah.
last 4 years?
Yeah, we
Even
talked
the
about last time.
two.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, again, I say if they spread these things out, I think they would be well better received than just beating us over the head with fucking remake after remake. It's exhausting. I don't.
Well, I kind of want to see more original content at this point. Honestly, I just want to see different stories.
I wouldn't want to see I wouldn't mind seeing a reboot of a movie that we want to see a reboot every few years, every 2 to 3 years or something. I don't want to see. I don't want to see 4 and 6 months.
Right, no. Even one a year, I think is fine. You do one remake every single year.
And if you do it really, really well, and you put more, because I mean, obviously, if you're gonna do a bunch of movies, your attention's spread out. Okay, but if you did one reboot that a year, I mean, yeah. Again, Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
We've been preaching it for years.
It'd be the best one ever.
I
would love a live action of
Atlantis. It's gotta happen. But yeah. Lion King and that's directed by John Favreau, who did Jungle Book, and Jungle Book was great. It was I love the Jungle Book.
Very good.
It was really good. So yeah, I wasn't real sure about this one, to be honest with you. I said I didn't want to see it because I just don't like seeing remakes of things that I don't think should be remade. But I am honestly surprised that it's getting bad reviews, because this is one I thought would just be a fucking home run.
I thought it'd be a home run, easily. Yeah, with Beyonce in it, how do you not?
Yeah,
how do you not?
Queen
and she's singing on top of that. She released one of her singles already from the movie.
Yeah,
from the soundtrack.
Again, though, you're not gonna have a better soundtrack than that original soundtrack.
No, yeah.
So it's like, I guess it's like. It's got to be. I mean, it had to have been daunting to take on this movie, because it's not going to be better than no matter what. It's not going to be better than the original.
There's no way.
Anyway,
it's impossible.
Even if they do exactly the same, frame by frame, just touch up the details and everything, it's not going to be better. You're not going to catch that same magic that the first one has. So I don't know what their real fucking reasoning or goal was to release this movie, but it's still going to make $1 billion, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I totally agree with that.
Speaking of reboots.
Okay.
What about this one? Did you ever think the day would come?
Yeah, let's talk about this. This is hilarious.
We have
strange
to talk about this in 2019.
We live in a weird
We're living in the upside down.
Yeah, we are.
This is backwards world. Confirmed filming has begun this week on the next Saw, which will see Darren Lynn Bousman. I think that's the guy who did the original ones or something. But it will see, this is the biggest news, Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson
are fronting the new reboot of the Saw franchise, which is so crazy. It's so weird.
That's the craziest headline I've ever seen.
Like, you think about two actors, these two, you would never think, oh yeah, Saw immediately, horror film.
Chris Rock?
Yeah, Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. That sounds like a hilarious buddy cop movie that I want to see. You know what I mean?
Maybe it'll be a buddy cop movie, and it'll just be them trying to figure out these Saw traps.
Yeah.
And be like,
how we
and them
here,
just
man?
freaking out like, this is some white people shit. Like, what is happening? Like, these elaborate fucking torture devices. Like, and they're just like, this is the most fun.
Or they just stumble into one as police and into an abandoned warehouse where it is. They're like, what the fuck is this shit?
And maybe it's them trapped in there.
Yes.
And then it's just like a hilarious, like,
it's just
you
really
want me to cut
funny.
his leg off? Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
do it
trying to get out of
yeah.
here. Yeah. I'm trying to live.
Yeah, it's weird, man. What are they gonna play? What? I mean, I don't know what characters they're gonna play.
No, I have no idea.
I can't see I mean, Chris Rock. For one, when's the last time we saw Chris Rock in a movie?
It's been a little while.
Madagascar?
Yeah, Madagascar. I know his stand-up special was pretty funny on Netflix last year, Tangerine.
Well, I mean, that's fucking...
It's
that's his thing.
Though.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Rock, he's one of the best. I mean, that's...
the last thing he was in was... Sidetracked. And The Rundown with Robin Thede. He does a lot of TV shows, but no movies. Yeah, this is all comedy stuff.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean, how'd they pitch it to him?
And then the one credit is the Untitled Saw Project. I have no idea, man. It's so strange to get Chris Rock. I mean, I'm curious to see.
I don't even know how you get him in the room. Chris, we got this new Saw. I think you're gonna love it. Can you imagine Chris Rock?
No, he was the one who pitched the concept for the movie. Chris Rock was. He pitched the idea to them.
What?
Yeah, according to this article. Yeah, gave the green. He pitched the movie to Lionsgate, and the studio gave it the green light immediately. This was followed by rumors that Samuel L. Jackson, the Avengers' Nick Fury himself, would join the cast, which were recently confirmed to be true.
Not only that, it's the director from Saw 2 to Saw 4. So not even the first Saw. Not even the best one. That's crazy. I love the idea, though, of Chris Rock just being like a super fucking horror, torture porn. Just he loves the Saw movies. He's just the biggest Saw fan. Like, every year he dresses up as the tricycle guy. Like, he's just the biggest. And no one knows it all. No one. He writes just fan fiction for it. He's so, man, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. He'll be the main bad guy or something. I still can't see it without.
And that's the thing too, like that with Chris Rock being in the movie. Chris Rock's one of those guys who's always funny no matter what.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to watch him in anything else.
But I will say, obviously A Star Is Born. You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. He can literally say, "Hey, how's it going?" And he'll have a room cracking up laughing because he's the funniest man on the planet.
But he is a good actor.
Crushed that role.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, where he didn't make you laugh at all. So I'm wondering if Chris has that capability as well, where he can play a role where we're not laughing at all.
I don't know because I've never seen him.
Very hard.
I've never seen him in anything where I thought he was a very good actor. Chris Rock.
Oh, really?
No,
yeah.
I've never seen him.
I can't think of anything.
No,
either.
I've never seen him in any. What's those movies he does with Adam Sandler? Grown Ups or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make you think? Have you ever? I mean,
That's true.
But I've seen Dave Chappelle and other things where I've seen him be serious and play like a drug dealer and stuff. But I've never seen Chris Rock in a movie where I'm like, man, I want to see him do some drama or something. Yeah. I've never seen him in, because he's always acting like Chris Rock. He's always acting like that stand-up. He's never playing a character. He's always playing himself. So I can't see him playing anyone else other than himself.
Yeah.
But maybe he'll just come out and just fucking shock us.
Yeah, shock the world.
And Saw will be nominated for 9 Oscars or something crazy like that, and it's backwards times. I'm telling you, it's bad. This is also crazy news. Don Cheadle jumps into the Warner Brothers Space Jam 2.
Hey,
they're getting
that sounds
stacked.
like fun.
They're getting stacked, man.
Yeah, they are. There is an updated cast list for that too.
Well, I know my boy Dame Lillard's in it.
Yes, he is.
That's big. That's
Anthony Davis is in it too.
Well, yeah, I know. That's why he moved to L.A.
Mm-hmm. Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard. Not even gonna try. Yeah, but that's the updated cast list.
Well, that's pretty much everyone we already knew. I mean, that's not really updated.
Well, that's what the article said. I'm just doing what the due diligence here.
What Rocket Man director is going to direct the new Sherlock Holmes 3.
Okay.
Why are we still getting Sherlock Holmes?
I'm not quite sure. It's not a high demand. It's not like everyone's just chomping at the bit to see another Sherlock Holmes. But
the last one wasn't very good. I mean, the first one wasn't anything like I'm going back.
It wasn't special.
I haven't seen it like 8 times or anything. I'm not going back and rewatching it. So, but this Sherlock Holmes has been a movie that's been in talk for so long.
It has been. I think we talked about it like 8 months ago.
Yeah, like I don't know who does. It's like Paramount or something like that. But they're like obsessed with this.
They are.
Maybe they must have made a lot of money. I'm guessing. It's Robert Downey Jr., so that's a ton, especially nowadays. So nowadays, I think you get Robert Downey Jr., especially because
now that
whatever his next role is going to be huge. Because now that he's not doing Avengers anymore, so whatever his next thing is, it's going to be big. Just to see him not playing Iron Man anymore is going to be pretty special. Well, what else you got? Any other?
So updated news on Bond 25. It has reportedly cast a Captain Marvel actress as a female 007. So she won't play James Bond, but she will take the code name of 007 in Bond 25.
Because Daniel Craig is in Bond 25.
Yeah,
he's the lead.
He's the lead in it, yeah.
So maybe it'll be like
But afterwards, I'm assuming.
Maybe he'll die in this one and he'll pass it on. I don't know how they're going to introduce her.
And the rumors are that Lashana Lynch is going to star in that. So she'll be the new 007.
And also Bond 25 is, I heard it was reportedly the first one to not have a Bond girl in it.
Yes, the Bond girl's dead.
Crazy. Yep. First one since 1962. So
pretty much all of them.
Yeah, that's all of them. Yeah. Well, 25 movies. Yeah. So that's the first one. You got to think, well, you can't even imagine what kind of STDs James Bond has at this point.
Dude,
I saw the list of the women he's slept with and even just kissed. I think it's in like the thousands of just on the movies.
It's ridiculous.
So he's got to be riddled.
Oh, for sure.
Riddled with STDs.
I mean, you don't do that all day long, and not.
No.
I wonder if it's a generational thing. Like, you have to pass down your diseases to the new actor every time.
Oh, dude.
Are we just speaking straight character here?
Just character-wise, this guy's got to be. I mean, he's got to be a walking STD. You can't bump into this guy. You're going to get fucking herpes or something.
It's like the leprosy of STDs.
And it started in the 60s. You know that 60s Bond, he wasn't wearing condoms.
Of course he wasn't.
No such thing.
Not even 2019 Bond wears condoms.
Not Daniel Craig, not Britain. That's Europe, baby. They're doing it all freestyle.
It's pull and pray, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's got to be 25 movies worth of this. It's been going on since 1962. Quick math, was that over fucking 50 years? Almost 60 years?
Yeah.
He's been fucking his way around the goddamn globe.
It looks pretty good considering it's been 60 years, too.
Yeah.
Still looks young.
Well, yeah. It's crazy. And it's always a good sign when a Bond film, when the pre-production is just poisoned with on-set injuries.
Yes.
Because
that's always a good sign.
It's always a good. Unfortunately, usually it's not good for the people that happens to, we say, but it usually makes for a good film. Because Daniel Craig, he's been out for 4 weeks with an injury.
Yep. Well, look at Tom Cruise. Broke his ankle on set of Mission Impossible.
That's how you know they're working hard.
That movie turned out real good. That was a great film.
Look at fucking Skyfall. Two stuntmen died during the making of Skyfall. The set two.
Imagine
previous
doing a
James
job
Bond.
like that, man, where it's like you're pretending to pull off these stunts, but you can actually die. So it's like you're not
even getting credit. You're pretending to be someone
else.
else.
Someone else, yeah. You don't even get credit for it or anything. Like those are wild men. Those are wild men who can do that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the most they get is the in memorial, like during the Oscars.
Yeah,
I think they might do stuntmen. I'm not even sure
I don't
they
even
give
think
them
they
that.
do that. No, I think it's like end credit, but it's like at the end of the credits. Oh, in memoriam, and it's like 2 seconds, and then it fades.
Yeah, they don't get a lot. There's not really. I mean, I'm sure there is a stuntman award that they give out, but I don't know about it.
I have no idea about it.
So I can't speak.
Does
very
it
much
even
on
count? Is it? Does it?
If I know about it, does it exist?
Yeah,
no, pretty much not. No, definitely not. Avengers Endgame is now 7 million away from breaking Avatar's box office record.
Except it's being pulled after this week, isn't it? It's losing a ton of theaters.
But they're re-releasing it too.
They already have.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they already have. I've seen it in.
Yeah, it's being pulled by. I mean, it's being pulled
AMC.
by a lot of theaters, but it's probably still gonna make that 7 million.
Yeah,
for sure. But what is the 2.787 billion? Avatar was in theaters, so I swear to God, for 2 years.
God, do you know how much money that is? Do you know how much money these actors are making on this?
I don't, and it's weird that it's being pulled. I think it'd be. When did it come out? Avengers, not that long ago.
Avengers started in 2009, right? Or 10?
When did Avengers Endgame come out, though?
Oh, 2019.
I know that, but
April.
So you think they would have it at least for a year?
Yeah, you would think.
I swear they had Lord of the Rings Return of the King on in the theaters for a year, too. I saw that movie so many times. It's weird to me that they're pulling... but, maybe it's Disney that says we got to pull it because we're have a new movie coming out every fucking week.
Right,
so we got to make room
we gotta
for
make
them.
room for in these theaters.
Yeah, so maybe that is reason. I mean, because I think we did just crack it. You don't want Avengers competing against Lion King.
No.
Right? So you would pull it. You want everyone seeing Lion King. That's odd.
But you got to look at that and go, man, the people who are going to go see Avengers at this point in time probably have already seen the movie.
I only
And
saw
it's
it
not a
once.
vast
I
majority
would like
of
to see it
people.
again, though.
Yeah.
I would like.
I saw it twice.
Yeah, I only saw it once. I would definitely like to see it.
I'd like to watch the extended cut, but I heard it's kind of the same, the whole thing.
is 100% a thing just to like get them people re-excited. I mean, I wasn't like 5 minutes added or
Yeah, that was
something. It's
it.
like nothing at all. Not enough for me to go. I mean,
Well, not enough in a 3-hour movie to only have 5 minutes added.
Yeah.
If it's 100, if it was an hour and 30-minute movie, it'd be one thing. But for 3 hours to only add 5 minutes seems a little.
didn't you just tell me
ridiculous.
that John Cena was confirmed for Suicide Squad?
He was?
What about this new Fast and Furious 9 photo that adds John Cena to the team?
Whoa! I can't wait to see this.
He's doing
Wow,
work.
that's a great picture.
No, that's
Which
I'm pretty sure
isn't
that's
that
from
in the Transformers. Yeah.
That's a picture right there.
Oh, that's a good picture.
It's yeah.
Yeah, you know, it might be a good movie. I mean, I shit on it a lot, but it could be good.
Where's The Rock?
Not there. Probably
He's
filming.
gotta be in the background
Yeah, he's
somewhere.
probably filming something else.
He's probably the one taking the picture.
Probably.
Just a good guy,
Yeah,
overall
he is.
guy. He doesn't need to be
It's
in the
super
photo.
nice.
He doesn't
No,
need to be.
he's in enough photos. He gets it.
I'll take the photo this time. Yeah. I got a birthday cake going on. What's going on in this photo?
Not quite sure.
Mr. OG.
Happy birthday to the OG.
Look at those guys. So long.
Oh, they're all
Tyrese.
so happy too because they're all like, "Yep, we cashed in.
Oh, for
We
sure.
have made millions off this franchise."
Crazy.
It is
Crazy that they're still making those movies. We got to talk about this. Because I said I predicted The Lion King. But we got to talk about a movie that I didn't, that neither of us predicted.
No, not at all.
We have to talk about this because we shit on this movie.
This is probably the most we've shit on a movie before we've seen it since The Circle.
Yeah.
But we saw that movie. and
We didn't
shit
think
on
The
it.
Circle was going to be that bad.
No.
going into it.
But I mean after the fact.
Oh,
shit
yeah,
on it
no,
all the
this-
time. But we shat on this before we even went and saw
We shit on this before more than we shit on Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes.
We derailed this.
Yeah. And
And it was up to
Chris
us.
loved it.
No one would have seen. Oh, it's the best. According to people,
It's the best summer film.
Well,
Right
what
now.
movie are we talking about? We got to tell people what we're talking
This
about.
is Crawl.
This is
And this is I'm sure you've seen the previews or the trailers for this. If you haven't, go watch our trailer reaction that we're going to have to take down.
No,
I'm
we
just kidding.
have to.
No,
we
we're
have.
keeping it
Yeah,
up,
we
yeah.
have to keep
Because
it.
if there's one thing we can do on this podcast, it is admit when we're wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
and be like, yeah, we should have bet on
absolutely.
this.
This movie's probably fucking phenomenal. I don't know how it look. I mean,
guess-
honestly, someone's got to fire the guy that put that trailer together. Someone's got to fire it because that trailer did not look good.
I don't think it was the guy. I think it was Paramount because like Paramount didn't have anyone come out. They didn't send this movie out for reviews or anything because it sounds like they were scared that this movie was going to flop terribly. But reviews, like the reviews on Rotten Tomato are awesome.
Look at the director, Alexandre Ager, who's a French director. I mean, this is the things I knew going into it. His previous films were Horns, which didn't do very well. Piranha 3D. Remember that classic?
I do remember that actually. Yeah.
Do you remember it being good? Because it wasn't.
It wasn't good at all.
And The Hills Have Eyes, which wasn't very good.
Well, The Hills Have Eyes. To be fair, that was a fun horror film. The Hills Have Eyes?
I thought it was all right.
I liked it. I was younger when I watched those two films, but
it was one of the first horror movies I remember seeing. And I remember this specifically is The Hills Have Eyes had NC-17 rating for a long time.
Oh.
When they first released because of how brutal it was.
Yeah. It was brutal.
But I mean, still, I don't think. I mean, it was a remake of Wes Craven's Hills Have Eyes, which again is a fantastic, really good movie. So, but I mean, this guy did. I mean, it wasn't anything to prove that this was going to be the best movie of all time, right?
No, not at all. No.
And the CGI. I mean, the CGI did not look good.
But I guess in the movie it doesn't look bad.
Yeah. So again, it's got to be the editing of that trailer. It looks so. But people are saying Crawl is the horror movie of the year. It's what a world.
And when I heard the kind of the Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 without any spoilers, I was like, "Oh, that kind of does sound cool." So it's like the house obviously is flooding, but each time it floods, they have to escape a new way and then get higher and higher in the house as the water's coming in with the gators trying to get them. I was like, "Oh, that sounds interesting.
Oh, those
sounds like fun."
Oh, those gators though.
No, those
they're always
goddamn
attacking homes.
gators.
They're always
just
For one, everyone knows
infiltrating in.
gators. They roll in packs, large groups. They're always hunting in packs. So when there's one gator in the water, there's
probably
50.
11 more.
And they're vengeful creatures. So once they attack, it's like Jaws. He was just obsessed with attacking that one ship, and it ended up. Yeah, so it's. I mean, it just everything did not look good to me. I mean,
I'm gonna go see it now, though.
whenever the bad guy is an animal, I always think it's kind of hokey.
You do?
Whenever yeah,
Yeah.
because animals usually don't. They're not real vengeful.
I would say. I
Most
would say
animals-
though. I would say though.
I mean, that's
in
why we're the
Florida,
only.
with floodwaters and all that, I could definitely see gators killing people.
Yeah, I think in Florida though,
flooded
this is just
homes.
like a Tuesday.
No,
I mean,
don't
this
know
is a
about that.
normal day in Florida. That state is crazy, man.
Just sleeping upstairs
That's
because the whole.
Have you ever seen
first
videos of
floor
Florida
is
where
flooded?
there'll be an alligator on the road and some lady will come out with her flip flop and hit it out of the road? Just
Or there'll be
"Go,
alligators
gator,
in
go,
their
gator."
home that
Yeah.
end up killing
They-
people. Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen videos of that.
Well, I haven't seen videos, but you see articles of people getting killed in their own homes in Florida from
Oh.
gators.
Well, I'm just saying, people in Florida, they're not real scared of alligators.
No,
They
they're
seem
not.
like. I mean, it's just like it's an everyday kind of thing. You kind of just run into like crows around here. We're just not real scared of the crows. We get a lot of crows. They get a lot of gators.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, we have to go see it. I got to go see it now.
Yeah,
And
I'm-
people
I'm
are saying
definitely
it's the
going
horror
to.
movie of
Yeah.
the year. And now the director, I mean, he's all fucking hot shit now.
Oh hell yeah!
Now they're
He's already
talking-
coming out and saying he wants to redo some classic ass horror films.
Yeah, it did not take long for this guy to for that fame to go straight to this guy's head
It
and say,
did.
"Hey, I want to start remaking everything." Because now he's talking about he's going to take on Nightmare on Elm Street, which he's already done a Wes Craven remake, Hills Have Eyes, which wasn't horrible, but so he does have he has that history of making Wes Craven movies, but no one's been able to do a really good, because they did a Nightmare on Elm Street reboot.
Yeah, and then they
In, like,
did Freddy
2000
versus Jason.
That was before the reboot.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Freddy vs. Jason, I stand by. It's not a horrible film. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen bits and pieces when I
It's
was
not-
younger, but
It's
I didn't
not
watch the whole thing.
for combining two separate horror icons. It's not terrible, but the new reboot that they made was not good.
No.
No, it was not very.
When
good.
they make that reboot.
Probably 2000. I would say when they remade, because remember they remade Friday the 13th also. They did
Yeah,
that
they
a reboot,
did.
and that didn't come out. It was right when all of those were coming out.
Oh, 2010.
Yeah. And that was
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 15%.
It was not good.
Damn, that's terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
No.
It's hard.
Speaking
to,
of reboots,
hard to beat the classics.
you want to hear hard to beat the classics, hard to reboot classics? Another Power
Wasn't
Rangers
half of
is
this-
going to
yeah.
be rebooted.
That's the one reboot I was going to talk about too. Yeah.
Mhm. It's gonna be
I'm actually-
rebooted again for the 12th
I'm fine if
time.
they do it good. They can. There's a way to do it.
I didn't think the Power Rangers with Elizabeth Banks was terrible.
Oh, I only saw bits and pieces from that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was all that bad. I mean, they marketed it towards kids, but don't you want kids to go watch that? That's kind of who you're marketing for, trying to get the adults to bring their kids to Power Rangers, to get them involved in Power Rangers, just like we were in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, now I'd say play it off the fucking nostalgia factor, and just try to get those kids that watched in the '90s to go see it, because it obviously didn't work.
So then PG-13. Have
Fucking
you ever seen
do
that?
it dark?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that rated R Power
Yeah,
Rangers?
it's awesome,
Yeah, it was
isn't it?
really good.
So
that's what they should do.
So
next.
I'm not upset about them rebooting Power Rangers by any means, but I think there's a way to do it good, for sure. I don't know how many times it's gonna take them to retry it, but I think there's a way of doing it good.
Well,
And
you
you
know
don't
what
have to
they
make
say.
it super fucking big,
No, you don't.
at least not at the start, because I think that's one thing that suffered from the new one is they tried to make it really really big, where they were trying to this world ending, right?
Mhm.
It's too much. Wait till the third one.
Well, yeah, they had a $105 million budget for the very first one that they rebooted. It only made $140 million worldwide.
Yeah,
Yeah, not very good.
that's not very good. No. What's the giant thing that they all combine to make? I
Yeah,
can't
the
remember.
Power Rangers transform.
Yeah, the Mighty Morphin. Well,
The
Mighty
Mighty
Morphin.
Morphins.
Well, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are what they're called. I can't remember because remember they. And in some episodes, they transform and they make this giant robot.
Yeah, they
Remember that?
did in the new reboot too.
They did?
Mhm.
See, wait till the third one, till you break out. I mean, that's the peak. You got to give some people to get excited. Don't break out on the first one.
Yeah, they did at the
Come
very
on.
end.
You can't do it. It's too much, yeah. I say make it small, start small, then get bigger. Kind of like how they rebooted Transformers. They made that a little. I mean, it was kind of world ending, but I think it made it a lot smaller scale where they didn't have 50 fucking Transformers in it.
Yeah.
So I think there's a way. I think there's a way to do Power Rangers where you can make it good. Just make it some kick-ass action and fight choreography and stuff like that. Well, Mason, what else you got? Any other movie news for me? Any other things you got to get off your chest? Things you gotta tell the world?
Star Wars and Kanye West.
I don't know where you're going with this, but shut the hell up.
It's weird, isn't it? Right? Okay, so Kanye West is building new and unique projects. He's building low-income housing for people.
Which is good.
That looks identical to homes on Tatooine in Star Wars.
Like shitty?
No, but like
sand huts?
Yeah, sand huts.
Yeah, man, those aren't good looking. Those aren't
low income housing.
Aren't good looking houses.
No, I mean obviously they'll be dressed up a little bit more than just putting sand over the top of their homes.
I can't imagine any way making
they're shaped
that
way for yeah.
Well, they must be some kind of like eco-friendly or some kind of cheap to make or something like that.
Yeah, for San Francisco area that will resemble the homes on Tatooine we've seen in the Star Wars universe. The houses are being designed as low-income housing units that look as if they would be the home of Luke Skywalker, where he lived as a child.
Maybe they'll spawn some Jedis. You end up living in a little Tatooine hut. What else are you going to be?
Yeah, what else are you going to do except train to be a Jedi?
Weren't they... It's just going to be a lot more moisture farmers.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to have is a lot more moisture. Yeah, that's... I really thought you were going to tell me something else, like Kanye was going to end up being... he's going to do, like, the score for the next...
Oh, God. For the next Star Wars, count me out.
But that is cool that they're doing it. That actually is a legitimately cool thing.
Yeah,
because San Francisco is such a crazy place where you have
Well,
some of the richest people in the world, but it has some of the most poor people in the world. It's all this money, and it's such a crazy...
When you know how expensive it is to live in San Francisco,
because the rich
it's
fucking
stupid.
people, yeah. So
$3,200 for a studio apartment there. It's dumb.
yeah. What is it? The average income, or the average income you have to make is like
It's over
120
100,000
grand or
Yeah.
something. Bruh. How's some guy working at McDonald's afford to...
They don't. That's the thing. Good luck, bud. You're not living in this town.
I know you gotta go drive 3 hours to work at McDonald's for minimum wage.
Insane.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a
how
crazy
they do
place. It's a crazy place. Well, I mean, that's how most cities are, though. Especially how they're becoming. That's how Portland's becoming. Taron Egerton debunks rumors he is not playing Wolverine in the MCU.
And I'm happy with that.
Oh, really?
I am.
I thought you loved Taron Egerton.
I do, obviously, but I don't want to see him play Wolverine. You know, I'd like to see the old John Bernthal take over for Wolverine.
Oh, I forgot
That's
that's our We do want John Bernthal.
I mean,
although
how do you
I want to
not
rate
want
it.
John?
I want to rate it R. John Bernthal.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't want joining the
no.
MCU.
No.
Unless he joins the MCU just to fucking kill everyone. Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, John Bernthal is.
I don't want a censored Wolverine. I don't want to censor John Bernthal.
Yeah, as Wolverine.
No.
But you could censor Taron Egerton as Wolverine, and that would be
course.
acceptable.
But not acceptable to me. And what does it matter? You know.
Did you see that? Did you see who joined the Ghostbusters cast?
Paul Rudd did.
Paul Rudd.
That's awesome.
That's how
that'll be
you
cool.
almost know for sure it's gonna be good.
Yes.
You can almost bet money on
Paul
it.
Rudd, things are looking up.
You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with Paul Rudd in anything. He's a very likable man at this point. There's not a lot of people who dislike Paul Rudd. And if you do, you're a commie.
I would say that. I
Get
would
the
say we're going
hell
to
out.
label you as a communist right now.
We're going to put you on some list and...
You're never going to leave alive. So, I got to talk about it. The next major attraction in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge just got an opening date. So, obviously, when the Galaxy's Edge was announced, they announced the opening date in May, but some of the rides were still not available right away. So we just got a release date, and it is going to be August 29th for their new Rise of the Resistance, an e-ticket attraction.
What is that? A show?
Yeah, I mean, e-ticket attraction, that sounds, Rise of the Resistance sounds almost like a show or like a 4D
That's
kind
what I'm
of
guessing.
ride.
Yeah, like they used to have at Universal Studios a lot of those because they don't have very many attractions right now.
No, they don't.
Which some people were kind of. I mean, there's people talking about it, saying that might be a flop because there's not a lot. I mean, although it's amazing, there's not a lot to do there right now. But yeah, so they definitely need to add a lot more stuff. Of course, they were just pushing to get that open. I mean, people are going to go regardless.
Yeah. Well, the reason for the delay is likely pretty obvious. Rise of the Resistance promises to be the largest attraction ever opened at a Disneyland park. It's just a physically massive location with a lot going on inside it. So apparently this thing's huge.
What the fuck is it?
I don't know. It's just another way for Disney to cash in quarterly. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, we're opening, but we don't have everything. Oh my God, now it's Rise of the Resistance in August.
So you can get
and
the
then
guys
they're gonna
that
release exactly, and then they're gonna release something at the end of this year.
So you can get the people that came for the first opening.
To
Now they
go
gotta
to
come
the
to the second
third one.
Now
Yeah,
we gotta go to the
second
fourth
one, yeah.
opening. Now I gotta take another mortgage out for my house. I gotta sell one of my kids.
Because Star Wars fans will do that.
Oh, we're fans. I'd get rid of a kid for it. What if I told you you can go? What would you do to go to the premiere of a Star Wars movie? I mean, who would you kill? What's the limit?
I think the better question is who wouldn't I kill for that opportunity? You know,
Is there
it's one of those things.
Yeah, it's really honestly something, man. I mean, if someone just came up to you and said, "Yeah, but you got to rob a bank or something." I mean, you're.
I'll take my chances.
And we're Star Wars fans, and there's even bigger Star Wars fans than us.
there
I mean,
are.
there's
man,
there's
I
people
joke
that
around,
live-
but there's people who are serious.
Oh yeah.
They're crazy.
So you know that you're gonna get these people just to keep coming back and coming back. Disney knows one thing, and it's how to make money.
Yep.
For sure. Why don't we talk about one more? Why don't we talk about the Disney brawl that happened over this
Yeah,
week?
we
It's
gotta
not
talk about
really
this.
movie news.
No, it's not,
more just
but it's
regular news.
hilarious. Yeah.
So a giant brawl broke out in Disneyland, right?
Mhm.
Over some circumstances that I don't know if are
Well,
made
we didn't
clear
know either
yet.
because the video started. The video started right as like the whole fighting altercation happened. But the reporting afterwards is like the cops were like looking into investigating and pressing charges, and they looked into this. Come to find out that it was a family that was brawling. There were family members.
Yeah, fighting
And
each other.
man, if you watch this video, some of these people were throwing hands.
Well, I think
that-
one guy
yeah.
was really thrown in.
Well, I know, but she spit in his face. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Spit right, and for whatever reason, dude, when you spit in someone's face, they just lose all sense of sensibility.
Yeah.
It's all out
It's
the window.
disgusting.
Yeah,
I don't want to be. That's probably the last. I'd rather.
that's not what's gonna trigger me to like freak out. If someone spit on me, I'd be like, that's disgusting. But
Oh, I would. That'd be like someone taking down his pants and pissing on me. I'd be fucking very upset.
I mean, but if a man takes his pants down, you don't see that coming. You kind of deserve it, right? I mean, I get
depends.
spit in the face, but if a dude's like
Well,
unbelt,
I don't want to get
undoing
too.
his belt
I don't want to
buckle,
get
and
too.
he's like,
I don't
you know
want to
what?
get too technical with it, but you could sneak up on someone and piss on them.
I guess you could.
I think
guess
it's
you
happened
could.
many times.
Yeah.
I think I've heard some stories
You
about
can't
it
be
happening
pee
many
shy
times.
though if you're doing that. Not
No,
with
they're
everyone
not.
out
They're
there
doing it
for
for. I mean, that's definitely a fetish of
It is.
going and
It's a
pissing on people. Yeah.
strange, weird.
But these people weren't peeing on each other. And I don't even know why you'd bring something up.
I
like
didn't
makes
bring
sense.
that up.
That was definitely 100% you.
No, I was not.
But moving on, yeah. So these people, they just kind of went crazy, and it's kind of the longest brawl of all time, and it really shows the lack of security in Toontown.
And the lack of
It's anarchy in Toontown.
Yeah, the lack of boxing knowledge this family has,
Oh
because
my
there were
God,
some
man.
wild throws. They weren't balanced. They were falling over each other.
Well, that's
Seemed a
what that's
little
exactly
comical.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Was like, how did no one step up and not drop this guy? Because if I see a brawl going on, I might step in and get in the middle of it. But first, I'm gonna see. Okay, does this guy? What's this guy? What's this guy's
what is he
form?
throwing? Is he throwing a 2-3-2? And I'm like, fuck, I can't.
Is he
counter
going
that.
southpaw? Is he going? I mean, does he have a
What's his
stance?
stance looking
This
like?
guy was
How much
throwing
power?
like he went pterodactyl on it.
He
was
did. It
throwing
was
kind
very
of these-
strange, and he was
these
kind of like the
clawed-
old 1920s. Huh? You want to fight, kid?
Yeah, so I
Bringing
mean,
his
I
fists
couldn't
up was
believe no one
strange.
came up because usually during these fights, someone will come up and just drop
Drop
them, like
'em.
some
Uh-huh.
random dad or something.
like that. Like
It
that
happens all the time.
5'0" video where that guy's
Yeah, exactly,
getting a bagel
exactly.
in
That's
the thing,
how-
and he's like, "Oh, these women in these dating sites, they all got that same smirk on their face."
Yeah, I
And
know
that-
they almost always
yeah.
end with someone just being fed up. Like if I saw that guy, hands down, I'm gonna do something. No way. And I mean, he
Especially
came back
when
3
he clocked
times.
that girl in the face.
Yeah,
full steam.
multiple times,
Yeah.
and he kept running back trying to fight her. You guys maybe we'll post a video or something, but you guys gotta watch the
You
video
gotta
if
watch
you
the
haven't
video.
seen it yet.
Yeah, we'll add the link at the bottom.
Because it's the longest brawl of all time. It feels like a lifetime. This guy, he fights this woman, runs away, comes back to fight her. He must have been so angry.
I think he was taking a water break.
Runs away
Yeah, he's
again,
at round
and
2.
then he comes back and fights her.
It was so strange. That whole thing was just so weird.
Yeah, what a way to ruin your Disney trip.
I know, and all the kids too. They had kids there, man. They were in strollers and stuff. I'm like, you guys are really fighting.
The kids
like
were in the middle
this?
of it.
Yeah.
They're pushing the kids over,
I
trying
know,
to get to each other.
some
Yeah.
random lady ran up and just pushed the stroller out of the way, so the kids weren't involved.
She should
And then that
just
lady-
kept pushing.
The
Because you
lady
know
on
those aren't
the,
good parents.
The cart.
Oh, I forgot about this. So let me build the scene. So this family, this trashy family, they're fighting. It's just the trashiest thing you'd ever think. It's got all the flavors in there, but
It does.
they're fighting, and then randomly the grandma or something comes in her fucking little rascal and tries to drive up in the middle of it.
Did
and
not work out.
I think eventually someone just ends up pushing her over.
Yeah.
And she
It's kind of like, you know what?
like, bitch, you got to get out of this. But yeah, man, and that guy was hitting everyone that came into contact with him. He was hitting the lady and the rascal.
Yeah. It was wild, man.
It's a wild time at Disney right
And
now.
what a weird place to get in a fight like that too. I mean, Disneyland. Like, what could have been said to spark such an outrage, to spark such a fight?
That's the
public.
thing. That's the thing about Disneyland, though. It's kind of got a weird energy.
It does, because if you build up this tension, because there's so much stress to have fun.
Exactly.
As
Yeah.
a parent,
exactly.
You know?
And it's like, I think if it's just like me and you going to Disney, we're having a good time.
Oh,
you know,
we're
we're not gonna
definitely
fight
having- no,
anyone.
of course
But
not.
it's a dad and his kids are just yelling in both
He's
of
already
his ears.
spent $2,000.
And he's got a blood vessel is about to pop out, and his kid won't stop screaming or kicking the back of his leg or something. So it's always that weird kind of where it's like it seems like everyone's just like one weird thing away from just going
exploding.
off. Just
Yeah.
going off. Where it's either you're having a really good time or you're on the edge of just a shootout. Unfortunately, but again, that's a reason I always thought they had so much security was they were aware that everyone was on this weird kind of edge.
Yeah.
No security here.
None.
You can
Zero.
literally see the ride people in the background watching.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
they're
not getting
just
involved in
hanging out,
that.
like, man.
Because it goes on for entirely too long. I mean, as far as brawls go, this might be record length. It just went on for a long, long time.
Especially in Disneyland, you figure security would be up to par there.
I'm thinking just
But
even
hey,
Mickey
man.
Mouse is packing heat.
Well,
I'm thinking everyone's doing something.
We are in Toontown. We're in the neighborhood, man. I'm shocked Mickey Mouse didn't
the
walk
hood.
out with his Mickey Mouse shotgun. Was like, hey, what's going on
Get
in my
off,
front porch?
get off my
Yeah, get off my
goddamn yard.
lawn.
He does.
You
He
fucking.
does the El Torino.
Yeah, he does.
Get off my goddamn lawn. Yeah. And again, I've talked about it, but you don't want to go to Mickey Mouse jail
No, you don't.
because
No,
people
it's under the ground. You never leave.
people end up just not coming back out. I think they end up like forcing. I think they sew you into a costume or something and make you. That's your living for now
Hey,
on.
we'll save that for Midsummer. God
Oh,
damn.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of sewing. Yeah, well, if you're going to Disney right now, watch out. Apparently, Anaheim police, it took them forever to figure out what was happening with this. Because the people came out and they said, yeah, no, that wasn't us.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, hold on, wait, what?
Yeah.
That wasn't you?
But it wasn't until some guy came with the movie. Like, apparently there's not fucking surveillance in Disney.
Everywhere in Disney, yeah.
I don't know what's happening in that park.
It was probably just like, you know what? It's too much work to pull up this footage. There's way too many cameras here to begin with.
Oh my
We can't
God.
narrow it down.
Can't be that. Yeah, it's so dumb. I think it's lazy police work. But police got the video eventually and said, "Oh, that makes it much." Imagine if Walt was around these days.
What do
and he
you
heard someone
What do you press
fighting.
charges on though? If none of the family press charges on each other, it would be just like disorderly conduct, right?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah,
Some sort of like disturbing the
the peace or something like that. I know, but I wouldn't be surprised if that family started dropping charges on each other
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
I mean, they didn't look
I
like
mean,
that.
you heard the guy.
They didn't look like
screaming,
they had the best.
I'm ready to
moral.
go to jail today. I'm like, no, you're not, dude. Do not. Just calm down. Things are gonna be all
dude.
right.
That's got to be a big deal every time. Disney's probably sweating it every time a fight breaks out because, I mean, other people can be hurt, and then they're going to sue the park. They're not going to sue the people.
Mhm.
So it's got to be pretty scary. But you have to assume there is a lot of fights that break out in Disney. Just we don't see
I
them.
mean, not a lot of fights. I don't think like fights. I mean, altercations where people are yelling and getting mad.
Yeah,
but I don't think
I've
fights.
seen more than a few dads yell at
Yeah.
each other.
Oh, for
about-
sure. Yeah.
No, not probably a lot. But of course, they do serve alcohol.
Now they do.
Well, in Disney World, they've always served alcohol.
Yeah, they have,
So I
always.
mean, that's probably not a good. And that's also in Florida. We talk about, the gators, the people.
Yes.
It's a tension.
Florida's a weird place. man.
Tension's high.
It's so weird because they'll let you do anything, but you smoke weed there, they'll lock you up for 5 years. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, dude.
It's such a strange place.
It also lets you do bath salts.
Uh-huh.
Eat your neighbor's fucking face off. Remember that? Remember that happened?
I do. That was crazy. That was a time. What a time to be alive then.
I thought that was the start of the zombie outbreak.
A lot of people did. And I was
Do you
like, damn,
seriously remember
shit's
that?
real.
There was legitimately people.
I
I remember
yeah,
people
I
in
do.
our class were upset. They were
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, it's gonna end. This is gonna be happening." I'm like, no, that's just some guy high. People eat at people's faces. It happens all the time.
They do when they're or when they're fucking high on something like that. Yeah, they're
Yeah, dude.
crazy.
PCP,
They're literally crazy.
PCP will do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's a magical place. A lot of good things happen in there. A lot of bad things.
I guess so.
An interesting news cycle every day, though. It's got to be exciting just to live there, just to be a fly on the wall of Florida and just turn on your news and just see the most batshit crazy things happening. Well, that's a review of Florida.
Yeah, there it is.
0.5 stars out of 10.
And we're being gracious. We're being gracious at this point. Florida's a miserable place.
Yeah.
Any listeners in Florida, we are very sorry, but
But
we're,
let
we're
us
just
know.
sorry that you have to live there. We're not sorry that we're
Yeah, they were talking
disparaging
ill about it. It's-
Florida. Yeah.
But let us know. Give us some stories. Because I know everyone. My dad grew up in Florida for a long time.
Yes.
Long time. And that was back when Florida was majority old white people.
And a lot of cocaine.
And a lot of Cubans, a lot of Puerto Rican. My dad's half Puerto Rican.
There you
so,
go. Yeah.
so yeah, it was. I don't know. What do you think? Florida was crazier back then, or do you think it's crazier now? I see crazier now.
Probably now. I mean, you
I
hear
see
about it in the
crazier
news
now,
all
yeah.
the time. I mean, Florida is always in the news for something crazy. I mean, Google Florida date.
Yeah.
And
No,
you'll
Google
find something.
Florida man, because that's always what it
Florida
says.
man, yeah.
Florida man brings alligator to church, or Florida man does something. Florida man eats his neighbor's eye, or something like that. It's always something crazy.
Oh my God! 2 hours ago, Florida man who raped baby daughter posted footage to web gets 70 years.
See, that's
this-
not even a real fun.
Fuck you, Florida.
That's not a
This
fun
is
article.
terrible. No, it's
I know that's we're gonna end that on a very low note. Probably
We are.
probably the lowest note we've ever ended a podcast on.
Driver seen attacking Florida hotel owner over parking spot, reports say 3 hours ago. Fox News. Jesus. They're crazy. They're crazy there.
They are crazy. What do you expect? Have you ever seen the Florida urban fishing where they fish and into the sewer grates and stuff like that, and they catch fish just like in the street, and they'll throw their line down into like, like where it pops his head out. They'll throw their line in one of those, and they'll fucking fish out of it. It's crazy, and they'll get big fish too. Some guy tours around. People pay him, and he takes them around to these streets, and they fish like that. Yeah, because it's right on the ocean, so all the oceans. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Wow.
I told you, Florida's a wild
It's
west.
crazy, man.
If we're
You
gonna
look
get,
at all these mugshots from Florida too.
I know.
Look at these crazy.
If we're gonna
people.
annex one state, it's gotta be Florida, right?
It's got to be Florida. We just have to nuke it. Let's just start over. Start from scratch. Yeah. God.
I think we just build a moat on the outline or something, and just kind of push it slowly out to sea and let it float
Yeah, just
away.
let it go away and just be like, bye.
Yeah, maybe they'll just start their own Florida country, and it'll be insane.
It'd be like Waterworld.
Because their government's crazy too in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They're the crazy. That's the thing. It's like
Everything's crazy. They're all batshit crazy. In
that's the
Florida,
thing. From
man.
even the poor people to the rich people, they're all equally insane. It doesn't matter. It's something in the air. I think it's the humidity. To be honest with you,
It's got to.
It's got to be that
gotta be.
moist heat. Well, Mason, is there any other news we need to talk about, or any
I
other Florida
don't
stories?
Think, yeah, I don't think we have anything else.
Why don't you close us out? This was movie news edition.
Yes,
right?
it was. This is the movie news edition of this podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Type in "Have You Seen It?" Or "Have You Seen It?" podcast. We'll be the first channel to pop up now. I just did it without signing in or anything on my laptop.
I've been
so
doing
it's-
it.
Yeah.
We're the first
It's,
ones.
we're the first ones now, so type in "Have You Seen It?" SCENE. You can find us. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel. That's a big thing. Follow us on. You can listen to us in audio format on Apple Podcast, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, be sure to give us a review. It'll only take you a few moments. Give us a 5-star review. Would drastically help our numbers improve. So my name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus. And until next time.
Adios.